Dáil.
Thanks, Claire. Like my colleagues, I'm just glad to have the opportunity just to address this subject. St. Catherine's was established in a time when either families or people who had an interest in special needs had to push harder than they do today for anything they got. They got a service in place, they got money, they established a service. There was no such thing as service level agreements, corporate governance or anything else. So out of that sort of era, this service was born, and it's the property of not just the families but of a community who feels like they established it. And this weekend a local Lions Club will be running a fundraiser for St. Catherine's. They run vintage car runs, all sorts of efforts to put money in to enhance the services they have provided by state funding through the Department of Health or the HSE and the Department of Education. It's unfortunate that this day has come.
You have 1 minute.
It is regrettable that it has come to this. There are issues that need to be addressed. They have needed to be addressed for some time, and it behoves everybody involved to get proactive in the engagement in resolving the issues. I think it's very important at this stage that the families, the parents and the children who are service users are reassured about the quality and the type of service that will remain once this process is completed. I think that's the most important thing, and I would urge that the senior management within St. Catherine's, with or without people in the HSE, meet with the parents and give them that reassurance and explain to them exactly what has gone on. I mean, there has been too much up in the air for the last 6 months, and it's an unfortunate consequence that we came to today. So I'd ask the Minister to bring that message back to the Minister and back to the people who, the relevant people involved in this. Thank you.
Mr. Deputy, Minister Brian Hayes. Minister has 4 minutes.
Firstly, can I thank my colleagues, Deputies Timmins, Doyle and Harris for raising this issue as a topical issue. I can understand people's concern and the necessity to use this chamber to have a very clear statement on the part of both ministers in the Department of Health and indeed the Minister with responsibility for education. I have to say, Laskin Curl, I know of St. Catherine's. When I was education spokesperson on that side, I think I worked with them on a number of issues in terms of special educational needs support. And I take the point that Deputy Doyle raised, that this isn't just an issue of a local concern. It's more important actually, because St. Catherine's is a fundamental part of the national infrastructure in terms of educational support for children with special needs. So I'm aware that the deputies, and I understand all deputies in the constituency of Wicklow, are concerned about the future of the service in St. Catherine's in the context of difficulties which have emerged in relation to financial and governance issues, and in particular the fact that St. Catherine's has decided that a number of current employees will not have their contracts renewed. I think it's important to reassure deputies and the wider community that the HSE and the Department of Education are working closely with the service to ensure it will be sustainable for the future. St. Catherine's Association delivers services to children with intellectual disability and is a very valued service provider to people in the area. Services currently provided include multidisciplinary support services to approximately 250 children in St. Catherine's Special School, and early services including preschool to a number of children on the autistic spectrum. It also provides residential places for 11 children and 2 adults, and respite services for approximately 75 children. The agency provides funding to St. Catherine's Association, which in 2012 amounted in the region of €9 million under a grant as provided for by Section 39 of the Health Act 2004. The Department of Education and Skills funds the educational elements of the service separately. In that context, I am assured by the Department of Education that St. Catherine's Special Needs School remains open to its pupils. The difficulties currently being experienced, Gaelic, do not concern the education provided to the children, and the Department of Education officials have arranged to meet with the school tomorrow morning to discuss the current difficulties and to assist the school. St. Catherine has grown significantly over a very short time frame, in an unsustainable way. The HSE recognises the value of this service and is anxious to help the organisation to return to sustainability as soon as possible. A financial and governance review is being finalised by the HSE at present, and the aim of the very close engagement by the HSE is to ensure that this valuable service can continue on a sustainable footing. As part of the resolution of the matter, Laskin Corla, I understand that St Catherine's has decided in recent days that it will not be renewing the contracts of a number of staff attached to the educational part of the service. While I understand this may be of concern to parents of children who attend St Catherine's, it's important to note that it is in everyone's interest that the service be run in a financially sustainable way. I understand that Minister of State Kathleen Lynch TD recently met with all of the TDs for County Wicklow and emphasised that every effort is being made to assist this organisation, and in particular the children and parents who rely on its services. The aim of this is to protect services for families in a sustainable way.
Minister.